How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we have an unpackaging to do of some sample merch from Redbubble regarding my Dracir project. So I got two shirts in today to check out and see what the prints look like, just so I know what you guys are getting if you do order some stuff. So I already opened up the package though, just so we don't have to mess around with that. It always comes in these fancy Redbubble looking packages if you get them. Sometimes they're red like this, sometimes they're white with slightly red designs on them. But yep, that's what the package is right here. So let's check out the test samples I got. Alright, first one is a design that you guys actually asked me to get based on one of your favorite tracks from my project, that being Go Rot. So I made a shirt design based on that track, and here it is. So as you can see, it says Go Rot in the middle with a couple of nooses, which if you know the Dracir logo, it's got some nooses in it. Actually, I'm wearing the hoodie right now, so there we go. There's the logo with the noose there on that side and that side, just for clarification purposes. But so besides that, then you can see all the way around it says "You Are All Scum," another line from the song from the first album, The Only Peace You'll Know Is in the Grave. And I'm going to take a look at it myself now, and it looks like the print came out really good. I did have to order another one though, because the first one they sent had some lines through it. It looks like either they threw it in the bag too soon and it was still hot from the press or whatever they used and looked like it came off, or it looked like there was some distortion from the original print. So I got them to send me a new one, and this new one looks really good. Looks like it was printed properly, and the quality of the logo that I made was high enough definition that it came out looking really good. So I'm kind of really impressed with this one that they sent. Glad that they fixed the problem from the first time around. And that's the thing too, if you get a shirt that isn't quite up to standards, they'll more than likely just send you a new one without too much hassle. I always send a picture of what's wrong with the product, as well as an explanation to what I think happened to it or why it looks the way it does. That way they can fix it on their end and tell their third party, tell their third party shipping company or production company what the issue was, so they can prevent it in the future. So I'm always trying to give them tips on how to improve their products and stuff like that, because they help me out by getting this stuff available to you guys. So I figured I'd help them out if I ever see any issues with the products. So, but yeah, this one looked really good. The quality is really nice. The nooses came out well. The lettering came out well. And that's another thing too. If you're going to put merch on Redbubble, make sure that your image quality is really high resolution, high definition. Don't just take a small image and blow it up to 3000 by 3000 pixels, because it's probably going to look grainy and blurry and shitty. Make sure that you try to start off with the highest resolution possible when it comes to your images, because you're not going to be satisfied and your customers are definitely not going to be satisfied. So far 10 out of 10 for this print, and it seems like they went with Gildan for these ones, which is a little bit of a thicker quality shirt, a little more rough and rugged as opposed to the old shirts that they used to print out. I got a couple that were made from some other company that's not Fruit of the Loom or Gildan. It was more soft and more of a luxurious feeling fabric, softer and whatever, but I didn't feel quite as thick and like workforce ready, this one. So it might take a dip in the softness category, but it ups its value in how strong the material itself feels like. So it was a trade-off, I think, going with Gildan. And the second shirt I got a sample of was from the new Dracir release, The Precipice of Death and Decay. I got the album artwork up thanks to Mike Seguin from Mike in the Woods for helping me out with the transparent background layer for the logo and the title. The inside print there is pretty good. The black on the ink or whatever it is a little bit glossy, so you can notice it a little bit more predominantly against the black dull shirt, But otherwise, this came out really, really well. The logo's that nice kind of wine colored maroon red, reddish purple. So that looks good. The the print there looks decent. Once again, it's a little bit glossy, so it kind of picks up more light than the actual shirt does, but overall the quality looks decent. The image shows up pretty well, and then the title of the EP or mini LP, The Precipice of Death and Decay, shows up nicely there. Yeah, I really like how the logo turned out on this. It looks pretty good in that kind of mahogany red color. I wish the black wasn't so shiny, so it looked a little deeper, but other than that, it looks good. The detail on here doesn't get too, blurry or pixelized at all. The mask and the coat, the trench coat and the medallions stand out well. The torch and the whatever tape that I put on, it looks good. You can get some background red snow kind of effect. Looks nice. And then the logo, to me, up close and personal, looks really, really nice. There's no like extra pixels where there shouldn't be. There's no bleeding of the background white layer of the print, because that's what they do. They got to put a white layer first and then the color layer on, just so it's not too dull. Because if you put color directly on a print before you put a white layer on, it's not going to show up as nicely. So yeah, the light catches the logo nice and really hits it really nice. So I'm happy with how these turned out. So now I'm confident that whenever you guys decide to pick one out and buy one, they'll be a good quality, and I won't be wondering how you guys are going to be feeling about it if you pick one up. So I'll be leaving a link in the description below if you want to go check out my Black Metal Rebellion Slammerella Redbubble merch shop. Once again, it's just a bunch of different things. You'll be hit with all of the logos and graphics I've designed. You pick a graphic and then it pops up a new page where it shows you all the different items you can get: shirts, hoodies, fucking mugs, sometimes even skirts and leggings and pillowcases and laptops and phone case. Like, there's a lot of shit, okay? There's a lot of stuff you can get for these through the Redbubble shop. So it's nice. I need to eventually pick up a mug sometime. I'm not sure which one. I also have my old band slash Emerald Spade merch, depending what you want to look at it, because my old band was Kier. There's also a group of people, or an old kind of wizard group in my book series, The Emerald Spade, called the Kier, or the Kier Clan. And I have the name and their banner, the green and white version of the Canadian flag, but instead of the Canadian leaf in the middle, it's just the word Kier. So that's available on there if you want to help support. And I do get a commission for everything sold. So yeah, if you want to help me out and support your underground kind of YouTube or metal artist, please check it out and see if there's anything on there. Add me to your favorite artists. Add me to add items to your favorite items for later, just so you can maybe check back when you get a few bones to toss. But yeah, so far I'm satisfied with both of these that came in: the Dracir Precipice LP art and the Go Rot art. Came out really well. That one came out really good. I'm impressed. I will probably order another one soon so that I can make a Go Rot back patch for this hoodie here for the thing, because that's another thing, unfortunately, with Redbubble. I hope they fix this in the future where they can do front and back print at the same time, because as it currently stands, you can only order a front print when it comes to shirts and hoodies and stuff, or just a back print. So this would be like all blank in the front and then have this image on the back. I hope they have an option in the future where you can select your front and back print, so even if it costs like $4 or $5 extra, it'd be worth it. But yeah, so Redbubble, if you're watching this review, please consider doing that in the future. And hats, please, Redbubble, make some hats, because I'd love to order some, Slammerella screen printed hats or something like that in the future when I start making more Slammerella EPs and albums and shit, because I'll probably do that eventually, probably after the summer maybe. So before I end this video, there's going to be a couple of things. One, I'm going to be going and seeing the Birds of Prey movie this Tuesday with the wife and kids. In Canada, it's only 14A, so, you know, it might be a little bit of a risk taking the young ones to see it, but honestly, as a kid, you're going to be exposed to swearing and blood and stuff anyways, so it is what it is. We want to see the movie. It looks really cool. It's got a current Rotten Tomatoes rating of 90% fresh, so that's really cool considering there's a lot of people kind of in the background before the ratings came out and reviews came out shitting all over this movie and saying it looks like crap, saying it's gonna flop, saying it's in danger of losing money, blah blah blah, all that crap that these DC haters like to spout off. So I'll be reviewing that maybe next Nerd Corner episode, not this coming Saturday, which will be Nerd Corner Live with me and Stefan Goldberg and potentially Azag Gala. Hopefully you all will show up for that and participate in the live chat. I mean, that'll be that. And also, for the next Dracir album, I know I said I was going to get started working on it right away and hopefully releasing it in the summer. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go about, but I've been kind of getting, not complaints, but just kind of like suggestions to make the project better. Obviously, getting a real drummer for the drum tracks in the Dracir project. I'm not a fan of using the programmed drums over and over again myself, and I don't know how to use VSTs, and I don't think the Magic Music Maker, whatever the fuck program I'm using, I think it's called, supports VSTs, and if it does, I don't know how to do that. I'm not super duper technically inclined, and I don't have a fuck ton of time to do the hours of research it would potentially take to learn how to do it. So I might still move forward with composing the songs on guitar and lyrically for the second full-length Dracir album. However, I'm going to be looking for a actual drummer to record the drums for it. It might take a little longer for this thing to get released. I am still pretty motivated to start working on it again, start listening to some depressive, suicidal black metal to make sure there's more elements of that in this new release. It's still going to have your odd doomy, thrashy riffs with your black metal tremolos and dissonant riffs, of course. But I've heard you guys want some more depressive, suicidal black metal elements in there, so I'll definitely take that into consideration when I'm getting inspired to write. I'll make sure I listen to some DSBM before I start writing these things and see if that inspires me to write a little bit more in that neck of the black metal woods. You came to the wrong woods, motherfucker. But yeah, so that's what's kind of happening. I don't know if it's going to be released when I said it was going to be released. These are just kind of like hopes. I hope to, release it on certain times. But I just want to let you guys know if you are interested in the Dracir project. I know I haven't really sold too many of the new EP, whether that's because you guys don't like it or because you just don't have the money, or there's tons of other awesome releases coming out lately that just kind of take the forefront or the front seat to buying independent artists like myself. But that is what is going on with it. I plan on still recording it. I would like to enhance it to the next level by getting a live drummer. So if you're a drummer out there and you are interested in potato black metal recordings and you want to be part of Dracir, let me know. I've been kind of approached by my ex-drummer from Jawtopsy to do it, but I don't know if he has the time. If he's still interested, by all means, I'll have Jeff Topsy do the drumming for the new Dracir, but if he doesn't have time, I'm also trying to reach out to you guys and let you know that I'm looking for a drummer for the project. It doesn't have to be in person. It can also just be over the internet. I'll send you the guitar and whatever tracks, and then you can record the drums to it, and it'll be a collaboration. Or if you really are interested in the project and want to be a permanent member, we'll discuss that too and see if that's a good musical home for you to be a part of, and see how we connect and everything. So the usual, just the usual, get to know each other and see how each other works with these projects. in my area, there's no one. There's no one that's into black metal in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. There's no one in the Durham region. There's no one in the Greater Toronto area that would be willing to come down and see me and record stuff. So, unfortunately, if I was just going ahead by myself, it would still be programmed drums or me trying to figure out how to use these electric drums behind me. And I've kind of been letting my drum skills slip. So we'll see what happens. It's still, the train is still moving forward. I just don't know if it's going to be released midsummer like I planned. So just letting you guys know. And of course, once again, there's still, the precipice of Death and Decay CDs and tapes available. Same with the old first album. There's still some of these boys kicking around. So if you want some of them, let me know. And I'm still throwing in free copies of my first demo, A Curse Was Born, if you pick up the first album or a shirt. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. For glory, for the Rebel Alliance, Slimerella out. Boom, and with that, wardrobe change. So I'm an idiot and forgot to talk about the new Nerd Corner logo with the Nerdstorm cloud in it. So just to quickly, before you click off of this video, I'm going to talk about that for like a second or two. So I had merch up on the Redbubble shop with the Nerd Corner logo. It looked sweet, looked awesome, was going to order one really soon. 2 days after I put it up, bam! The mouse house hits me. Disney goes, nope, you're not allowed to sell anything with our logo on it. It had like a little, like 6 pixel by 6 pixel size fucking Marvel Comics logo on it right next to the DC Comics, because on Nerd Corner we talk about DC and Marvel shit, sometimes horror, but yeah. And they couldn't allow it. They couldn't just let that fly. So I decided, fuck you, I guess I'm going to design my own little Nerd Corner logo. And as I was brainstorming for a new logo, I'm like, well, it's kind of nerdy, and I'm kind of brainstorming. What about a Nerdstorm logo? So now we got the Nerd Corner logo here. Yeah, I hope you like it. We have the Nerd Corner and the Nerdstorm logo. So now that's going to be possibly up on Redbubble soon. Hopefully you guys will check it out. If not, let me know what you think of the new logo, since Disney isn't allowing me to have that little teeny little Marvel fucking thing on there to let people know what we talk about on the Nerd Corner. But yep, hope you like the new logo. Hope you like the new Nerdstorm little symbol thingy on there. I thought it was neat. I will maybe make some just simple Nerdstorm logo designs as well for merch. And that's it. See you on the live stream, I guess. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.